Hey everybody, it's Sarah from Twisted Pine Farm. I'm just here with a little farm update. It's a long weekend this weekend, so I'm just out here giving the animals some treats, some peas. And we had a bit of a sad day on the farm today. We just said goodbye to the remaining 4 piglets that we had, and Mama is now by herself. Here's the pig. She's all by herself now. Yeah, she's all by herself. She's all alone. Don't worry, we're going to put you back with your sister tonight. And also, let's address the elephant in the room. I clearly have something going on with my left eye. I think probably pink eye. I woke up with that this morning, so sorry that I have not been uploading as much as I have in the past. It's just that my grandmother was in the hospital, so I've been a little preoccupied with that and just maintaining the everyday farm chores. Plus, it's been dark. It's been dark and dreary. We're just coming into spring now, and realistically, as I said in my last video, you can't really see a whole lot. By the time I get home from work, there's just nothing to film that you can see anyways. So we did have another litter of 8 piglets arrive on January 26th. I will insert some of the footage coming up. But yeah, we had a feeling that piglets were coming, and I was saying to Mike we should move her to her own space so she can have these piglets before it happens. So we had dinner and came out, and as we were opening the door we heard some squealing and she was actively giving birth in front of the dad, Herschel, and Hazel, her sister, who had the piglets on October 12th. But yeah, everybody was great. Everybody did really well. Mom did really well. I'll insert the footage. There's not a lot of like blood or anything like that. It's very short and nothing graphic, but if you don't want to watch, don't watch. It's fine. She's got 2. It's okay, Mama. You're doing a great job.
This is the other pig now, right? Not the same one as before?
That's the original Mama.
Okay.
This is the first Mama. That's the...
Like, I wouldn't be too worried about 2 females together. I mean, I still don't know. It's still better
Herschel,
to separate
your
them.
daddy.
Not really the greatest place for that to have happened, but good girl.
Oh, you got babies. Good job, Mama. There you go.
Already on the tit.
They're so tiny.
Look at that.
Good job.
Oh, don't kick it in the head.
I'm wondering if we should maybe come back in a little bit. Wondering if I should be doing something.
No, I think the best thing we could be doing is just letting her do her thing. I just really hope that Herschel's not going to be a problem.
He seems to be okay.
He does for now, but who knows?
Okay, your little babies, Hirsch. You're a dad again. If she's putting her feet on the wall and bracing herself, she's pushing. Here she goes. Here comes. Oh, maybe. See? Oh, another spotted one. What a rude awakening.
Good girl, Piggy.
Oh,
You're doing so good.
this other one's underneath her. I don't like that.
Are you taking video or picture?
I'm taking video.
I guess you can take screenshots of the videos.
Yeah, we had 8 piglets arrive. I believe 3 of them are boys and the rest are girls. I'll have to take them in to get vet checked and neutered this week. They're coming up on, I think, 3 weeks old. Doing some rotating of the different animals into different pens. We did build this front pen, and we put the piglets and mama in it. Now that the piglets are gone, I want to move dad in here so that he has his own space and he's not breeding anybody that he shouldn't be breeding whenever he wants. So that is very important. So we're gonna move dad into the new pen, original mom into the big pen, and then when it's time to wean the piglets in a couple weeks, that mama is going to go with her sister in the big pen too. And then when the piglets are big enough, because we need to make sure that our fencing, like they can technically go outside now, but we need to make sure that our fencing doesn't have any holes in it. And I can't guarantee that right now. So, because the pigs they just push the wire fencing up like it's nothing. But yeah, we're gonna work on that pen, get it ready for the piglets to go in, and then everybody's gonna be one big happy family out there. Nobody's gonna get pregnant. And we're also working on regreening the big pasture. We've split it into 2, and we just need to put a gate up, finish some cleanup, and then we're going to start laying some pasture seed. And you can get pasture seed at the feed store. They usually only have it in the spring, and they sell it in 40-pound bags that do like an acre. So we're just getting a standard hay mix, and we're going to start cordoning off different zones and rotating the animals and allowing the grass to grow, because there's literally not a stitch of grass in that pen. And when you don't have a stitch of grass, that means that you don't have food, which means that you need to supplement with stuff like hay. So it will ultimately save some money if we just had some better pasture management. I've been getting into pressure canning. I have a 1940s National canner, and it works. I just replaced the seal on it because I got a couple of loads out of it, but the seal just went on it and I had to get a new one. But I was thinking of maybe doing some canning on here. I'm learning myself. I've only done, I don't know, maybe 3 different items in the canner, and I'm pretty happy with it so far. I really like the idea of having to-go meals that aren't in the freezer, that are shelf stable, so that I can bring them to work. You know, when you have a half-hour lunch at work, it's not a lot of time. So I prefer just to have something that's room temperature that I can dump into a bowl and heat up for 2 minutes and call it a day, and like just throw it in my bag, grab and go. I've done some rebel canning, which is unapproved methods of canning, which is basically, you're not supposed to can pasta, and you're not supposed to use thickeners like flour and cornstarch, etc. But I feel like if it's a short-term solution, then you probably can get away with it. If it's not something that you're expecting to last 10 years on the shelf, if you're wanting it to last maybe a month, I'm sure it is probably okay. And so far I have not had any issues. I just did some Italian sausage tortellini in pasta sauce, and it turned out really good. I just popped it in my lunch bag, took it to work, heated it up 2 minutes in the microwave, and I was good to go. So, also like the cost of groceries is absolutely disgusting, especially when you're buying multiples of things you already own. So let's say, I understand people only have so much time, but let's say you have flour, salt, and yeast at home. Well, you can make bread. You don't need to go buy it. These are my plans for the channel. I've done a couple of quick tutorials on pickling jalapenos. Those are really good on tacos. I love Mexican food, so I had to do it. And you don't need a pressure canner for that. You can just do it in a pot. Anyways, it's a long weekend. I apologize for my outfit and my hair and my pink eye. But it is what it is. I'm just bumming around my house. And I don't really care that much, to be honest. At least you can see my pink eye. Oh God, I don't know if it's the viral one or a bacterial one. I mean, like, I do wear contact lenses, so I wouldn't be surprised. You know, when you're working on a farm, you're dealing with things. And if you don't wash your hands properly and you poke them in your eye when you're taking your contacts out, it could be a problem. You get poop in your eye. That's probably what happened. I got poopy eye, Gary. Yeah, but we're going to be working on a lot of stuff in the upcoming videos. We're going to be working on the vegetable garden over here. There's the vegetable garden. And I'm also going to be doing some seed starting. And funny story, I thought that I planted cauliflower. They were in a cauliflower seed package and they ended up being Brussels sprouts. I don't know how that happens. We also have a new goat visiting. This young fella right here is Billy. I've affectionately referred to him as Groundskeeper Willie. He's here with the girls in the front pen. We made him a little shelter from the rain and they've been here. And then we've got Herschel in the big pen with the chickens. Hi, buddy. What are you doing? You got some funny teeth, man. We have a new chicken too. This little gray one right here in the middle. I think she's a blue Andalusian, I don't know, but she just laid a white egg. She's our only chicken that lays a white egg. But yeah, I raked that whole back pen except for where the hay is. And then I'm gonna rake this and we put up a fence in the middle to split the pens. So we're gonna start re-greening. We're gonna start re-greening everything so that there's actually grass back here. Oh, Gary. This is Gary. He's a pretty boy. Yeah. So he's got 50 pine cones and he wants that one that's on the other side of the fence. Is this pine cone inferior? I've actually also been finally making some money from the farm. I just sold 4 of the 6 piglets that were born in October today. And I had sold the first one, I think shortly after they were done weaning. I think she was probably 9 weeks old or something. And the second one I ended up giving away because he had a medical problem and he couldn't be bred or used for meat. So I gave him away as a pet, and the person that took him is going to use him on a animal sanctuary to be a buddy for a pig that has depression. So he's alone and he's depressed, so they're going to take care of him. They're going to do all the stuff they need to do medically for him, and I figured that was probably the best choice because he couldn't stay here. I have tons of piglets. Also selling hatching eggs. I just set up my incubator today that my mom got me for Christmas. I need to get some Coke bottles because apparently you need Coke bottles in order to run this incubator, which is something I wish I had known. I don't really buy Coke in bottles. Or pop in bottles, should I say. I buy cans. So Mike's just out getting some hardware for our new fencing and our new gate that he's gonna build. Man, that looks bad. It looks worse than it is, I'll be honest with you. It's not bothering me that much. It's just, it doesn't hurt, and I'm not getting like eye goobies. But it looks terrible. It's funny because the lady that came to pick up the piglets, she's like trying not to look at my eye. You can tell she's kind of like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? I have a hobby farm here. I have no intentions of profiting off of any of the animals. However, I do think that it is reasonable to recover some of your costs. It's the difference between profiting and covering costs. So, you know, like all of these animals cost money to provide food and bedding and dishes and fencing and treats and all that stuff. So, you know, I sell the eggs. I'm selling the hatching eggs. I'm also going to incubate some eggs. It's part of the experience, in my opinion. Like, what's the point in having a hobby farm if you can't experience what it's like to farm? And that's part of farming. I always make sure that my animals go to good homes. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the next time you see me, I will not have a pink nasty eye. Or if you like that, maybe I can keep poking it. Extend it for a while. Gives you something to talk about anyways. Thank you for tuning into my channel. And like I said, I have some ideas for some content, and if you're interested in seeing it, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Ugh. Just excuse my eye. Let it heal, okay? Let it heal. What am I talking about? I'm just rambling at this point. What's what? Blah, 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 blah. I have a pig here. Let's see the pig. What? How do you flip on this? That's a photo. I'll just stop. Woof yourself. William! He's got blue eyes. William!